Welcome back to Grammar Fundamentals for the SAT. This is Chapter 5, Lesson 39. Every action verb carries a voice, active or passive. Let's see what each one does and when to use it. Every action verb has a voice, and there are two. First, the active voice, where the subject performs the action. Angelina drove the pickup. Angelina is the subject, and she's the doer. She does the driving, and the pickup receives it. The action flows from the subject outward. Subject, verb, object. The active voice is direct and lively, and it's usually the better choice. Now the passive voice, where the subject receives the action instead of doing it. The pickup was driven by Angelina. This time, the pickup is the subject, but it isn't doing anything. It's being driven by Angelina, the real doer. The passive is formed with a form of be plus the past participle. Here, was driven. And the doer gets pushed into a by phrase, or sometimes disappears. So the subject receives, and the doer steps back. Here's the move that connects them, flipping a sentence from active to passive. Start active. Angelina drove the pickup. Angelina is the doer. The pickup is the receiver. To go passive, you swap their places. The pickup was driven by Angelina. The receiver now leads as the subject, and the doer, Angelina, slides to the end in a by phrase. Same facts, just rearranged. How do you spot the passive voice? Two signs. First, a form of be paired with a past participle. The be part can be is, was, were, or will be, joined to a form like driven, taken, or baked. Second, the real doer is either missing or tucked into a by phrase. Listen to a classic. Mistakes were made. Were made is be plus a past participle, but notice nobody is named. Who made them? That vagueness is the passive at work, often used to dodge responsibility. Be plus a past participle with the doer hidden, that's your signal. So which voice should you choose? Most of the time, prefer the active. It's more direct and lively, and it makes clear who did what. Use the passive on purpose, when the doer is unknown, obvious, or simply beside the point. For example, the bridge was built in 1930. Who built it isn't the point, so passive fits. The rule of thumb: default to active and reach for the passive only when you have a reason. Let's practice. For each sentence, decide whether the main verb is active or passive. Ask, is the subject doing the action or receiving it? Pause and try each. Stella is liked by the whole class. Is liked is be plus a past participle, and Stella received the liking, so it's passive. The scientist split the atom. The scientist does the splitting, and there's no form of be, so it's active. The cake for the party will be baked by Harry's dad. Will be baked is be plus a past participle, and the cake is acted upon, so it's passive. Now switch each sentence into the other voice. Move the doer and the receiver, and adjust the verb with a form of be. Pause and try each. Rewrite as passive. A beachcomber found a gold coin. The object, a gold coin, becomes the subject, and found becomes was found. So, a gold coin was found by a beachcomber. Rewrite as active. The paper was typed by Felicia. The doer, Felicia, becomes the subject, and was typed becomes simply typed. So, Felicia typed the paper. Rewrite as passive. Abby will drive the tractor. The object, the tractor, becomes the subject, and will drive becomes will be driven. So the tractor will be driven by Abby. Let's wrap up. Action verbs come in two voices. In the active voice, the subject does the action. Angelina drove the pickup. In the passive voice, the subject receives the action, formed with a form of be plus the past participle, and the doer moves into a by phrase or disappears. The pickup was driven by Angelina. To flip between them, swap the doer and the receiver. As a rule, prefer the active for directness and choose the passive only when you have a reason. Great work! In Lesson 40, we'll finish Chapter 5 with the mood of verbs.